Hello and welcome to a new episode of ZomCast, the episode for the latest in the technology, software, and everything nerdy. Today we want to have a special episode. This is a trip episode because I'm on a trip, and unfortunately Mahmoud is not with me, my co-host for the last 5 episodes of this podcast. But I have a guest of honor. Hadi will be joining us. He's a translator, and we will be talking about machine translation. Is it good or bad? Its past and future. Okay, first, uh, let's have an introduction from Hadi. Would you please introduce yourself? Tell me a little bit about yourself. Tell me and the audience a little bit about yourself.
Hello, thanks for having me. I'm a translator and I'll do my job as a freelancer for a few years.
Very nice. What types of translation you usually do, Hadi?
Actually, some movies and educational uh, programs
Wow.
for the maybe some of them are psychological and some of them education of sports.
Very nice. So you mainly do multimedia translation, as far as I understand from what you say, right?
Yeah, it's my favorite.
Oh, you love doing multimedia translation. Is it easy or hard?
Actually, I love my job.
Very nice. Do you ever get frustrated?
No,
Oh,
as I
very
said,
nice.
I love it and I enjoy from every moment of translating them.
Wow, that's nice. Because I remember some years ago I did some translation, and actually I became a lot bored and I didn't like it because it was really boring because you did something over and over again. Of course, it had some fun because you learn some new things and you translate different texts. But I mainly did text translations, and it was boring, boring as. Okay, uh, let's go ahead and talk about some of the latest news that we had in this week, and after that, we will resume our discussion with Hadi about translation and the main topic of today, machine translation. So, the first thing I'm going to talk about is Google Assistant feature, the new feature for Google from Google Assistant that is called Hold for Me. I saw that piece of news from TechCrunch, and according to that, uh, this new feature allows users to uh, let Google Assistant delegate the call for them so that when someone is on hold and you might not be noticing that somebody on the other side of the call is going to uh, take the call anytime and you might not be noticing. And at that time, assistant is listening to the call for you, and if the other side of the conversation takes the call, it notifies you to come and resume your call. It doesn't seem very extraordinary feature, but it's new and a lot of people might find it useful and nice. The other thing is WhatsApp's new feature that finally WhatsApp allows you to, in its latest features, in its latest versions, of course, allows you to mute a group or a chat forever, because in the past it didn't allow you to mute some chat for more than 1 year, I guess, right? It allowed
No.
you to mute some chat for 1 day or several weeks, several months, or 1 year, but not more than that. But eventually it allows you to mute a chat that you don't like forever. And our featured article for the week, it's about software. How to build and deploy a dashboard with Python, Google Sheet, and Vue.js. This article was from Matt on medium.com, one of the side projects or websites of Medium project towards datascience.com. You can find it on that website or by Googling it. And it has some good discussion and some good tutorial for data science lovers that allows you to do some experimenting with Google services for making use of Google Sheet and the Python programming language and the front end programming framework for websites that is called Vue.js. So you can have a tutorial with this uh, quite short article involving these three technologies, and it's very nice. So I suggest everyone that loves these topics go ahead and read it on towardsdatascience.com. So this was for the latest in technology and software over the week. Now we are going to talk about our today's main topic, which is machine translation. So tell me, Hadi, what do you think about machine translation? Do you like it personally or not?
No, definitely I don't like it, and it's not acceptable for me. From my point of view, is for some lazy ass guys who just
Oh,
don't want to do their job to be acceptable, more acceptable for the other ones to easily understand what they're translating. Because translating fluently will make um, your listeners, your or viewers that read that content that you've translated, they can easily understand it, and that's good.
yeah. Yeah. So you don't like machine translation. So I guess that you have never used machine translation. Have you ever used machine translation?
Maybe in the beginning I used a few times Google Translator, and it was not good.
What about the other
I didn't
services?
like
Like,
it.
what about the other services like Bing Translate and
No,
probably
I
some
didn't
other
use them.
software? You
I
didn't
didn't.
use only Google Translate, and you didn't like the quality, right?
No, I don't.
Okay. So some people still, I think they use it, but uh, I think that the clients that are very sensitive about quality, they don't accept the level of quality
Definitely.
obtained from Google Translate or
Yes.
other machine
Yes.
translation platforms. And I think that we still have a long way to reach an acceptable level of translation from machines, right?
Of course.
Because AI, artificial intelligence, is not yet that advanced to allow us uh, to allow machines to process human language, natural language very well and understand it very well. I mean,
Actually, translating fluently means that you'll need a lot of data about that language that you're translating and the language you're translating to,
yeah,
because in today's world we don't have that enough data about all the languages in the world that we need to translate our contents.
right. So you mean that everyone that is supposed to translate something needs to have a lot of information and study about the topic beforehand, or while the translation
Of
is
course.
taking place
Yes.
to get a good quality of translation, right?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, could you tell us, me and our viewers, how did you learn to translate, and how long did it take you to start translating multimedia, especially with a good level, with a good acceptable level?
Actually, from childhood, I loved watching multimedias in other languages. I loved watching them, and their languages were so fascinating for me. I was so fascinated about them, and I wanted to learn their language, talk to their language, and understand really meanings of meanings in their contents. I didn't want to only read the translation in the subtitles. I wanted to understand it myself, and I wanted to teach it, or maybe do the subtitles myself.
Very nice, very nice. So you had some passion from the beginning, from early childhood, to create some content like subtitles and probably some multimedia projects from the other language. Do some conversion between languages, right? You
Yes.
had some passion like that. So you told us already that uh, someone who is interested in translation and wants to do a translation project need to have some study, either before doing the translation or meanwhile doing the translation, about the topic they are translating, about the special subject they are translating. So, do you always do it?
Yes, definitely. Actually, I'll choose my contents that I'm translating to be the ones that I have more information about them.
Oh, very nice. So you don't do any every type of translation. You
No.
just choose the projects that you
Yes.
love
Of
to do.
course. Of course.
Very nice.
And
Very.
recently, I've done a translation about Taekwondo, and in that, I have a little background information. I went and researched
About the topic of.
about the topics and uh, contents of the that I needed to translate. I
Very
don't know
nice.
how to say it,
Very
but
nice. Very nice. So could you tell us how old you are?
I'm 24.
24. And how many years have you been translating?
About 3 or 4 years.
3 or 4 years. Very nice. So you have been a translator since you were 20 years old, right?
Yes,
Very nice.
about
Very good. Very good. So, how did you mainly learn English? Can I ask that?
mostly by watching multimedias, animations, anime, and
You love anime too, right?
yes, I'm a big fan of anime.
Wow.
Animes.
Very nice.
Actually, Japan animes.
Yeah. Good. Good. So you didn't take special English classes or something like that for
No,
learning a language besides your mother language?
no, I just had the passion.
So, uh, and what was your mother language?
Persian.
Persian. So you learned from Persian, you learned translating from Persian to English, and vice versa, right?
Yes.
Very good, very good. Is there anything else you wanna share with us about the challenges of translation for young people that are curious about this profession and they wanna know whether it's good for them or not? How should they evaluate this job to see whether it's appropriate for them or not?
I think information talks here, and every any more information that you have about the content that you're translating will help you that you translate your content more fluently and
Very good.
more acceptable.
Yeah, very good. So if yeah, as far as I understand from your answer, people who want to learn new things all the time and are interested in studying and learning all the time will find translation exciting and fun, right?
Yes, of course.
But if you are not a study guy and you want to do the job so fast and get rid of it and get some money, probably it's not for you.
Then you definitely will go for translation machine.
Machine translation.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, of course.
yeah, very good. So, just a little bit personal question about your personality. What are your hobbies? Can you tell us what some of your hobbies? What do you do as a hobby and as a recreation when you are not translation? When you are not translating, what do you do?
Mostly watching movies, animes. As I said, I'm a big fan of animes, and gaming most of the time.
Do you like any type of art you're interested in? You do some type of art or things like
Yeah,
that?
yeah. I'll definitely try some learning some other languages too. I I'm interested in learning Japanese too,
Very nice.
but that's not very high. I don't have much skill in that.
So you are still learning Japanese,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, kind of.
So you already told me that you also like drawing, right? You like
Yeah,
drawing. Do you
yeah,
draw in your free time?
yeah. But right now I'm a little busy and I can't go for them. And
Okay.
it's like that I've forgotten about them.
So you love drawing too.
Yeah, of course.
And what about photography? Because some people that do drawing also love photography. Do you like photography?
Actually, I love watching beautiful landscapes and capturing them. I like to store them for my own collection. Nothing
Nice,
more.
nice. So you're interested in some visual arts in general, right?
In general, yes.
Very good. So could you share with us, sorry, uh, some some of your social media handles by which people can find you on social media, on Twitter or on Instagram or something like that. People who want to contact you uh, have a good time finding you.
Yeah, I have my Instagram ID is Hadi underline 196, and you can find me there and
Very nice,
contact me
very nice.
if
And
you want.
very nice. And do you have a Twitter handle too?
No, I don't have Twitter.
I don't have Twitter. All right. So, is there anything else you want to tell us about translation?
Nothing that comes to my mind.
Okay, okay. Thanks for taking part in this episode
Thank you for
and
having
acting
me.
as co-host.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. And thanks everyone for watching. And please subscribe to our channel. Leave a comment or two if you want. Give suggestions on whatever topic you want discussed in this channel in future episodes. I'll definitely read them and reply to them. And I'd love to hear your suggestions and see how we can improve our channel and our content. So thanks again and have a good day.
Goodbye.
Bye.